Hi, this is Matthew again to do another Rolling Stones album review. We go now to 1973 for the album Goat's Head Soup, which I think is a Jamaican dish of some kind. We are still dodging taxes, are the Stones. So we are not in England. We are moving around all over the place. Still, they don't have to be in England. So this was done in Jamaica and here in the U.S. for recording of it. And this is the last album that Jimmy Miller will be a producer on. Apparently he developed a bad drug habit, which I guess I'm not surprised by being around the Stones. Unfortunately, he did acquire a drug habit, and he stopped being manager after this, I think, and producing them. Not manager, but producer. So we'll get a new producer in 74, it seems. Yeah, this was a cool album. There's some big hits on it. Lots of uses of the wah-wah pedal and different other guitar effects on amps and things. Sound and pretty cool stuff. Eclectic kind of musically. Still, bluesy, of course, a bit, but very eclectic in its what they're doing and instruments used. And yeah, kind of cool stuff. But we have the following tracks for the original release of it. And it starts with Dancing with Mr. D. 100 Years Ago follows that. Coming Down Again. Doo-Doo-Doo Heartbreaker is the next one. And we round out with Angie. On side one, that's my favorite song on the album. I really like that song. It has nice strings in it. And a lot of tracks do kind of run together. I know Angie, the last two on this side don't. And most of them on side two also kind of run together in a way. It's kind of cool. So your two big hits on the first side. But Angie was huge. Number one song here. Big hit all over the world. Stones, I don't think... The Stones, the label didn't like it being released, but it was so big. It's kind of a pretty song for a Stone song. It's pretty. I don't know else to explain it. Silver Train follows. That was actually Angie's B-side, I believe. Hide Your Love. Winter, which is interesting. I think that's the one. I believe that's the one that has a penny whistle in it. I think. Pretty sure it's that one. Can you hear the music? And then we end with a song called Star Star. It wasn't called that originally. They've had to change it. It is a star. The word starts with F-U, two other letters, and E-R. So you can figure that out. I won't say that on here, but I did read a Braille book with, it gave their album and tour history, and it was always listed as the original name, not Star Star. But if you see Star Star, that's what it is. If you're trying to search for that song, it will be under Star Star. You will never find it on the original name. I had forgotten. I was trying to find it. I was with a couple of friends of mine. I was bored and wanted to find funny, weird songs that were kind of unusual. And I was looking that one up, and why can't I find it? I know it's available. And I forgot that it was Star Star. Like, oh yeah. I was looking at the wrong album, too. I was like an album or two off. So, I did find it. But yeah, it's Star Star. Of course, the song is the original name. I guess there was one issue of this disc that had the edited version briefly, and then it's unedited is back. I've never heard it edited, so I may have to try and find it. It's a catchy tune, actually. The subject matter is not, I guess, great, but it's a catchy tune in its presentation. I'll say that much. And then there have been a few editions of it. I played the 2010 one, I think. It came out in 2020 as a remix, which I don't. Angie doesn't sound as good, even with the surround running. I don't like where the strings don't sound quite as crisp to me, but it's an interesting way to hear the song. But we have additional bonus tracks from that release. Varieties and alternative mixes on disc 2. We have Scarlet with Jimmy Page. Yes, Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin is on guitar here. All the Rage. Crisscross, which I think they put a video out of that also. I didn't really listen to these much. I was just trying to hear the actual album, but I know a lot of times the Stones like to go in and re-record things. I don't think there wasn't anything on this Wikipedia page that said they had done that. So these may all, I think these are, when I was clicking on them and listening to them, they seem to all be original sounding to me. Then we jump to 100 years ago, the piano demo of that, just a simple demo of that. Then we have some interesting things here. We have the instrumental of Dancing with Mr. D. And then we also have one for Heartbreaker, or Do Heartbreaker, that instrumental version of it. They started with some acoustic guitars, so you might check those out. A little bit different presentation of the instrumentals. Hide Your Love, an alternative mix of it. And then Dancing with Mr. D, the Glenn Johns 73 mix that he did, which does sound a little different. I did check that out a little bit. Mine did not indicate. They just give the names. They don't give that they're a Glenn Johns mix. But I think the next ones are Glenn Johns mixes, like this one. Apple Music does not indicate that, though. I was like, why is it the same song again? Yeah, Did You Do Heartbreaker hits Glenn Johns mix of that one. And then same with Silver Train. And that is all of that. That was called Disc 3, Brussels Affair. It's a live set from Brussels in October '73. Is what this third disc is. So it's I think 17 tracks. There's some new stuff, a lot of older material, hits and stuff. But they do all the new stuff back to back, which is kind of cool. Very excitable crowd. Seem to be having a good time, from what I could tell. We have, the set consisted of, at least on here, Brown Sugar. It's from Forest National Arena as the first show. Give Me Shelter. That's from the second show in Brussels. They must have had 2 nights. So then we have Happy. It is the second show version. Tumbling Dice is the second show also. Star is the second show. Dancing with Mr. D is also the second show. And then Do Heartbreaker is the second show. Apple Music does not indicate these show numbers. This is Wikipedia. That's nice to know. It'd be cool as heck if you could have had both nights and you could have compared the different versions, which one you liked better. But unless there's a Blu-ray, that's not a thing, I guess. You could have made it a 4-disc. But Angie is next from the second show again. Huge response when he, like, there's a nice cheer when it starts, but when he starts singing Angie, the whole place just goes nuts. So this was such a big hit at that point. It was everywhere, I'm sure, all over the radio, rock and pop stations. I'm sure we're playing the heck out of this for a good reason, because it's such a good song. You Can't Always Get What You Want. That is also the second show. I think most of these are second show, but we'll see. Midnight Rambler. The first show, this version of Midnight Rambler Live is, let's see how long that one is. 12:49. So maybe the longest, almost the longest version we've had this so far. I do believe. Honky Tonk Women is the second show. That's October 17th for the second show. All Down the Line is the second show. It just says guitar solo. Oh, yeah, October 17th, yeah. It's just guitar solo. Taken from the guitar solo is from the first show. The rest of it is from the second show, but I guess they like to get the guitar better from show 1, so they used it here instead of whatever was there to begin with. Again, it would be cool to hear both shows so you could see what was better, what didn't work, did they mess up something? None of that is, you can't do any of that when you don't have both shows. Oh well. Rip This Joint is the second show. Jumperjack Flash is our second show also. Street Fighting Man is also our second show again. And that is it. And our people, of course, are the Rolling Stones, consisted of Mick Jagger did lead vocals, all but one, and electric rhythm guitar, and harmonica and piano. Keith Richards, electric guitar, backing vocals, bass guitar, acoustic guitar, and he does do lead vocals on 3. I thought that was him. So another Keith vocal. If you're wanting to hear him sing some stuff, that's look at track 3 for that one. Mick Taylor's on electric guitar and backing vocals and bass guitar and acoustic guitar. Bill Wyman's only on a bass on like 2 or 3 songs, so a lot of Mick Taylor and stuff doing it instead. Not sure where Bill Wyman was, but maybe something came up, or he just, I don't know, got bored, or so who knows what. He has a book, I think. I forget what it's called, but he does go into his life in the band. I don't remember the name of it right now, but if I see it again, I might try to reference it. If I see it come up again in some of these articles, I'm sure it will. Bill Wyman is only on 5, 8, and 10 on bass, so the others, Nicky Hopkins and stuff. Charlie Watt is on drums. Additional people we have, a lot of our returning usual suspects have returned again for us. Nicky Hopkins on piano, and Billy Preston is on clavinet and piano. I don't know what that is. Anyone know? I'm probably mispronouncing that instrument. Ian Stewart is on piano again. Bobby Keys, or Kays, is on tenor and baritone sax, doing a great job. He's such a good saxophone player. I really like him. Can't up there with Clarence Clemens and all of those rock guys that play sax. Did good work. Jim Horn is on alto sax and flute. So yeah, that's why your name is Jim Horn and you play horns. I love it. I love the irony of your name if he's still alive. Jimmy Horn plays horns. I love it, and reed instruments. Chuck Finley on trumpet. Yeah, there are some horns on like Heartbreaker and stuff, so horns are back. Yay. Jim Price just says horn arrangement. Doesn't give. I'm not sure if he plays anything, but he definitely arranged the parts to be played, and probably was there to make sure they were played correctly, or if it needed adjustments or whatever. I'm sure he was around. Nicky Harrison was the string arrangement, probably on Angie. Not sure where else there would have been strings, but really nice, pretty string arrangement here. Anthony Rabakuba or something on percussion. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. The screen reader is butchering the heck out of that, I don't doubt. Pascal or Nicholas Pascal-Recific on percussion on some tracks. Jimmy Miller on percussion. Yeah, because it's his last time. They did use some people from Jamaica and Guyana and stuff on here in China. So there were some different musicians on here that they were able to use because they were in Jamaica for a lot of the sessions. So we get to see some new people come up to be featured. So they really enjoyed their time in Jamaica recording, and then they did some here in the U.S., of course. But they seemed to really like the Jamaican sessions. I guess maybe where some of the wah-wah pedals use, I'm not sure, but there's some neat effects. I don't know if there's any direct reggae influence things, but I'm guessing most of track 1 or side 1 was in Jamaica. And that's all we have. I think there was a Chinese guy they used as well. They don't seem to list him. Our technical people, chief engineer was Andy Johns. Assistant engineers were Carlton Lee Howard, Kilger and Dunn Bennett, I believe. Doug Bennett. The guitar frequency designed for Dave Bailey. And that is all we have for technical people. Jimmy Miller's only on rhythm here. No producing. That was all Glenn Johns, I guess. I guess he just wasn't able to up to the task, which is kind of sad. I hope he got his drug habit under control. I think most people, well, I think most of these guys did, but hopefully Jimmy Miller got his act together and could do some producing and drumming and such somewhere down the line. Hopefully we'll see him again somewhere. Maybe he'll come up on a Stones album. I don't know for sure. I do like this one. I do like Heartbreaker. I love Angie Star, and its actual name is fun. There's some neat tracks, especially with that, like what I thought was a penny whistle. Yeah, definitely some flutes, but some other percussion-y, chimey stuff. I think on Winter, and just some neat wah-wah pedal stuff that was starting to become a thing. Just different other sounds that I enjoyed. Pianos and organs and horns, and just, yeah, it was all really good. Good stuff from Goat's Head Soup. Kind of nice going through all these things that I've never really gotten a chance to listen to, or just as growing up just weren't available as easily as they are now. So it's nice to go be able to find all this stuff and listen to it. And nature of libraries, they lose a lot of their albums, or they didn't come back, and things were lost or broken or damaged, and they just never came back into circulation. And you try to find an album and it wasn't there, or just, yeah. But now with streaming, it's so much easier. I can find everything I need under the artist I'm looking for. I can just go under the album or song, so it's been nice to be able to. I can find all the different versions that they have available and look at those, which is nice. Especially sometimes hearing the live. Interesting drumming on Angie, just a little bit different drumming that Charlie Watts does. And it's electric guitar instead of acoustic. Yeah, check out that Brussels set. Pretty cool. And some of all the outtakes and random stuff they didn't use, and the album itself. I guess at the time it was kind of panned and people didn't like it, but it's gotten more respect as the years have gone on and people got older and new people listened to it. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't consider it a decline at all, but just I don't know that a band really declines. They change, and people's listening habits change. They don't listen like they did. Hits don't come as easily. The Stones had never had a ton of hits on their albums anyway. The things they put out as singles are, of course, before weren't present, but now they are. But you don't see as many, like, hit after hit after hit like we seem to have and other bands have had. But what they have works, and it works well. I just really like Angie. I don't know what the heck more I could say about it. I just like Angie. First time I heard it, I really like it, and it's grown on me over the years. Sad but kind of a happy song at the same time, because he's missing a girl, or perhaps, but there were rumors about who it was, but it apparently I think was Mick O'Keefe's daughter, supposedly, but then some have said it's other people, and other things have said it when he interviewed it was other people, so time and memory gets a bit fuzzy, I guess, sometimes, so I don't really know, but I just really like that song. Yeah, great album. I don't know if I would want to eat Goat's Head Soup or not. I think it has another name, but it's apparently a Jamaican dish. Is it any good? Anyone in Jamaica? Anyway, we have a jerk chicken food truck, but we don't have like a restaurant. But what's in that? Is it good? What's it taste like? Do you like it? Anyone that's been to Jamaica, have they had whatever this? I can't remember what to call it, but I think it's referring to a Jamaican dish of some sort. But yeah, next time we'll move on to 74 with It's Only Rock and Roll, which, of course, that song is awesome. But I have not looked ahead to see what's on that one yet, so. Yeah, I don't know of any other lives or compilations in here besides that Brussels set. Obviously, it's in the Super Deluxe 2020 version. Remixed by George Martin for the Beatles' son, Giles. He's been doing it to the Beatles also, and several other artists he's been remixing their stuff. So he seems to be the remix guy. If you want something remixed and put in surround, and well, that seems to be Giles Martin's area. Yeah. So yeah, he's doing it again here. So, and the Beatles knew the Stones, so it ties together. They were very good friends, so they hung around, and of course, as we know, they've been on each other's things because the Beatles have played on their stuff. I know the Stones were around for Hey Jude, and I think All You Need Is Love, and just other. I think they were on other times as well. It was just like a nightclub or something. They were around, so they hung around a lot with each other and other artists as well. But yeah, big friendship with the Stones and the Beatles. I don't know. Obviously now, hopefully they still get together at some point and swap war stories or something. I don't know. Talk about life. I don't know. Hopefully they still get together some. But yeah, I don't know. We will. Next time we'll move on to 74 and see what that brings us. But at the moment, I will see you guys in another video.